you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any look.
Finds through, and now a crease.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 73 yards. And the Buccaneers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. And look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now in one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Yeah, good for 22 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Second down and 4. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
The try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Ooh, with a juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. Bust through the tackle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5. Baker going to give it to Irvin. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Here's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A run up the middle with Irving. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play fake, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a Bucca. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Shifts by him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. On to the turn and run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That's complete. Jordan Whittington. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Stafford now to throw.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Finding Williams on the check down. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that will bring up second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point attempt to come here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's had an early impact on the game. Sensational so far. And they'll likely be looking to find more ways to get him involved. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He's got Otten. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
First down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Buccaneers.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Slot man moves right. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Emeka Ibuka, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Buccaneers.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Second down and 6 now. Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mayfield now. And it is caught. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
First down, Tampa
He's up
Bay.
to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He chalked that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A 10-play drive that time. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the 50, Stafford. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Now they'll send Adams in motion left. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Loose inside the 30. Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams ready to go on offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Stafford. Now he'll tuck this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
3rd down and 13. Now it's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Back to throw, Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Down to about the 37.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 2nd down and 8. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Corum. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Stafford now to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nakua, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now the try here for the point after.
Extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
A gain of 31 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Running the toss to Irving. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Mayfield to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Bucs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
For the Buccaneers.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. To the air again, Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
First and 10 at the
But with the score where it is, you're not
line.
thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Throwing is Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Buccaneers' 23-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. Stafford. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball. get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So halftime now here on Sunday night prime time. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's got Smith here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
10 at the 50-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off of play action, here's Stafford. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6. Now Williams running left. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Stafford. He hits Adams, complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
For the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
16 yards.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
This one taken in by Otten. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Play fake. Mayfield. That's caught by Durham. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They run out of the gun with Irving.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
15. First down, Buccaneers.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, this deep, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more.
He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Once again, it's Irving. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 31. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get in that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT.
And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
He was brought down by Levante David. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
2nd and 10. The 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The busy night continues for Williams. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle.
2nd and 10.
This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Irvin. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Well, with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Baker going to give it to Irving.
7 yards there and a first down.
The tackle by Quentin Lake.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards.
The Buccaneer first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stay on the ground. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. but they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
The football going back to the Rams now. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this one complete to Smith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Smith, the man in motion left. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 23. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing is Stafford. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
First down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now it's Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Rams.
Stafford's going to try and throw for him. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Dances by him. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That man tries to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
To throw, Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Tampa Bay.
And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now, right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
The Bucs on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is third down and 12. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. Through the middle of the field. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Mayfield. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Now Stafford. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back to throw. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
52, Rams 47.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Buccaneers offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Buccaneer first down.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.